As we step into our 60s and beyond, our relationship with our hair begins to change. What once worked beautifully may suddenly feel outdated, unflattering, or harder to manage. And this isn't about vanity. It's about stepping into a new season of life with confidence, softness, and a look that truly reflects who you've become. Today, we'll explore some common hair choices that stylists agree can unintentionally age women over 60, and more importantly, gentle alternatives that help your natural beauty shine even brighter. Let's dive in with an open heart and a willingness to refresh what no longer serves you. 1. Overly long and heavy hair. Long hair is often connected to identity, femininity, and comfort, which is why many women hold on to it even as their hair changes with age. However, as we step into our 60s, the natural shifts in texture, density, and strength become more noticeable. Most women experience thinning, especially toward the ends, and when hair becomes longer than its density can support, it begins to lose its natural lift. Instead of creating a soft frame around the face, extremely long hair can hang downward, pulling the features with it. This downward effect subtly emphasizes sagging, shadows, and loss of facial volume. Even if the top retains some fullness, the ends may appear stringy or uneven, which adds to an aging look. Long hair also becomes more challenging to maintain. Deep conditioning, trimming, and styling require effort, and the payoff isn't always visible. Stylists often recommend choosing lengths that offer movement, dimension, and a gentle lift. Shoulder-length cuts, long bobs, or lightly layered mid-length styles can refresh the entire face because they add bounce and shape without overwhelming delicate strands. Soft layers are a powerful tool here. Even subtle face framing layers can brighten your expression, open up your features, and create movement without sacrificing elegance. Many women say that removing just a few inches instantly makes them feel lighter, more vibrant, and more in tune with their hair's natural behavior. Embracing a length that suits the hair you have today, not the hair you had decades ago, creates harmony, confidence, and effortless beauty. 2. Extremely short, rigid, or helmet-like cuts. Short hair can be liberating, stylish, and youthful when chosen intentionally, but certain versions of it can add years instead of removing them. Many women believe that once they reach a certain age, cutting their hair very short is the rule. But stylists caution that overly rigid or structured cuts can be harsh on mature features. The biggest issue is stiffness. Helmet-like cuts lack movement and softness, creating strong lines that emphasize texture changes in the skin, facial asymmetry, or areas where thinning has occurred. When a cut is too sculpted, it forms a rounded or overly controlled silhouette that sits heavily around the temples or crown. This flattens the face rather than lifting it. Such cuts also require high maintenance, needing trims every 3 or 4 weeks to avoid losing shape. For many, the upkeep becomes tiring without offering a flattering payoff. Short hair becomes youthful when it includes texture, lightness, and fluidity. A textured pixie or soft, feathered crop follows the natural shape of the head and enhances volume where the hair needs it most. Adding gentle face framing pieces can create softness around the jawline and brighten the eyes. These small touches make a tremendous difference in how light and modern short hair appears. Modern short cuts aren't about control, they're about effortless movement. When a short style has airiness and natural flow, it feels refreshing, elegant, and entirely age-defying. 3. Extremely dark, flat, or monochromatic hair color. Deep, dark shades can be beautiful, but after 60, they often work against the natural softness of the skin. As we age, our skin loses contrast and elasticity, making very dark hair appear harsher. This contrast highlights fine lines, shadows, and under-eye circles, and can even make the complexion look dull or tired. A flat, monochromatic color absorbs light, giving the hair a heavy appearance at the roots while making the lengths look dense and lifeless. Another challenge is gray root regrowth. On very dark hair, silver strands stand out dramatically, requiring frequent touch-ups. This becomes stressful and costly, especially when roots become visible only days after coloring. Stylists consistently recommend introducing softness, rather than dramatically lightening the hair. Medium browns, chestnuts, warm caramels, or soft highlights around the face can bring brightness without washing you out. Gray blending has become one of the most popular techniques for women over 60, because it creates natural dimension while allowing roots to grow in gracefully. Even women who prefer staying dark can benefit from gentle warmth or subtle highlights that soften the overall effect. The goal is to create depth and light reflection rather than a heavy wall of color. Softer tones bring life back into the complexion, make the hair appear fuller, and create a much more youthful, harmonious look. 4. Blunt cuts with no movement or shape. Blunt cuts are bold and striking, but on mature hair they can create harsh lines that emphasize areas where definition has softened. The clean, sharp edge of a blunt cut draws direct attention to the jawline, neck, and the lower half of the face, where natural changes become more noticeable over time. If the hair is not thick enough to support a blunt line, the ends can appear wispy or uneven, which defeats the purpose of the style. Without movement, blunt cuts can also sit too heavily, making the hair look flat or weighed down. Modern stylists emphasize the importance of movement and softness as we age. Subtle layering, even when invisible, can add life, lift, and dimension. A soft blunt cut provides structure, but incorporates small adjustments that prevent harsh edges. Light texture at the ends helps the hair fall more naturally, and adds a gentle flow that feels both elegant and easy. When paired with soft styling such as curved ends, light waves, or a touch of root lift, the overall look becomes fuller and far more flattering. Movement is key to youthful hair because it brings fluidity, brightness, and dimension. A little softness transforms the entire presence of the style, giving you a polished yet natural appearance that complements your features rather than overwhelming them. 5. Overly teased, voluminous, or outdated styles. Many women grew up in an era where volume defined beauty, lifted roots, rounded silhouettes, and strong hold. But as time moves on, these styles can create an unintentionally dated look that adds age instead of reducing it. Heavy teasing at the crown elongates the face and draws the eye upward in a way that exaggerates vertical lines. Volume concentrated at the sides can widen the face, creating a silhouette that no longer aligns with your natural proportions. Overusing hairspray or stiff products adds another challenge by making the hair appear shiny, rigid, and artificial. These older styles can overshadow your features instead of complementing them. Today's approach to volume is much softer. Modern fullness is airy, natural, and flexible. Root-lifting products, soft blowouts, and gentle layers create youthful lift without stiffness. The goal is to enhance your natural shape rather than impose an overly sculpted structure. Women who love big hair can still enjoy volume, just in a more contemporary way. Lowering the height, softening edges, and allowing the hair to follow the natural head shape creates a fresher, more elegant look. Soft volume supports the face instead of overwhelming it, giving you a modern, graceful silhouette that moves beautifully with you. 6. Ignoring your natural texture. One of the biggest mistakes stylists see is fighting against your natural texture. Years of straightening curls, curling straight hair, or blow-drying waves into submission can cause damage, breakage, and dryness, especially after 60. When strands tend to become more delicate. As hair changes with age, texture often becomes more pronounced or unpredictable. Instead of fighting it, embracing your natural pattern can actually make your hair appear fuller, healthier, and more youthful. Curly and wavy hair often thrives when shaped with layers that support its movement. Straight hair gains softness from subtle bends or face-framing pieces. Accepting your natural texture doesn't mean giving up control. It means working with what your hair naturally wants to do. The result is often easier styling, less damage, and a fresher look that highlights your authenticity. Many women say that embracing their texture feels freeing, allowing them to reconnect with who they are while enjoying healthier, more vibrant hair. When your hair moves naturally, it brings energy and softness to your entire presence. As we move through life, our hair becomes one of the most expressive parts of who we are. It carries our stories, our transformations, and our growth. And updating how we wear isn't about chasing youth. It's about honoring the woman you've become. By choosing softer, lighter, more natural styles, you allow your beauty to shine with confidence and ease. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path for more gentle guidance created just for you.